It's working. Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me. And I want to say thank you to the chat monitors. Today we have Sheila with us. So please welcome Sheila. Sheila, please say hi to the fans because a lot of people were asking me about you, by the way. So,
Oh goodness. Well, thank you very much, Milo, for asking me. I always think it's an honor to be invited to somebody else's channel, and I just feel like I have, a real big, huge gift that somebody would acknowledge that I'm somebody that they would want to,
absolutely.
come and visit them. And so, thank you for that, and thank you for everybody who is in the chat and whoever supports Milo. And I hope I don't disappoint.
No, fun time.
Fun times, fun
And thank
times.
you for
Two
coming
Gemini's
and
here.
joining us. Absolutely. Okay, let me see. Today, well, as you guys know, last night we heard, well, DOJ surprised us. And it's, although I don't know if you noticed that, Sheila, uh, and well, maybe it's because I've been saying this for a very long time. I was not surprised. Although some of my for my viewers, I'm sure was surprised because they didn't believe on what we've been saying for a while. But a lot of lawyers are still cautious. They go in on those different shows and say, well, like they pick a word, and they go like somebody last night, he was part of the Mueller investigation. He's a teacher in New York City. I cannot remember his name right now, but I'm sure somebody in here will tell us his name. He was on Channel 4 last night, okay? And he picked on one word, I don't remember what the word was, to prove that yes, they are and DOJ is investigating, but it doesn't necessarily mean they are investigating Trump. I'm like, oh my God, come on. And
Oh,
that's it. I mean, this guy is very smart. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, casting any shades on him. But the day before yesterday, he was on that show again, and he said they were not investigating Trump because he didn't see any signs of it. And yesterday, bam. But I've been looking forward to that day, Sheila, for a very long time.
we've
My
all been
question,
saying it.
I'm
We've
sorry.
Yeah, we've all been saying it for how like 3 or 4 years,
Hmm.
that he is going to go down for this. And here's the thing: is it's like, as us intuitive or psychics or whatever,
Right.
we say something. It's not like it's going to happen 3.5 seconds after we say it. We have to let it percolate sometimes. You know what I mean?
Very
Let
true.
information percolate.
Yeah.
We're speaking down the road sometimes.
Hmm.
And here we are, right? Here we
Yes.
are.
I since DOJ admitted last night that they are investigating, and please let me know how you feel, but I feel they're going to indict him. But the second thing is, I had a vision, and I've been talking about this. In fact, it's probably among my first videos. They were not pretty videos because I didn't know anything about cameras and lights and stuff. In any event, uh, I had a vision of Trump sitting on a cheap beach chair on a beach somewhere.
Oh,
That to me means this guy is going to be out of a sizable amount of money. Do
right.
you get the same feeling?
I do. Every time I either throw cards or I do a remote view about it, I always get poverty with them.
You're
Now,
kidding.
this could be, yes, always get poverty. So this could either be, I don't think this man has the money that he portrays in the first place. I mean, when you have assets and money that you owe and the money that you have actual in your hand, there's a huge difference
Yes.
there. But the thing about with Trump, it could be like poverty thinking. Like he's always the victim. He's always
Yeah.
in lack. He's always,
That's a good point.
so he has a poverty mind, and a poverty mind will create poverty
Oh,
in your
yeah.
life, hands
You're
down.
right. Absolutely. You're right. Because, you just made it. This is very important. I never thought about that. Because even if he were to be left, for example, okay, with 50 to 100 million dollars.
Yep.
Okay, in his mind, he's poor. And I don't know about you, but I'll pick him up, because when you're used to billions, you're gonna have to live within 50 to 100 million. It's not the same thing.
No.
You can't afford an airplane with 50 million.
No.
So
It's just like taking somebody who has a job that they make, say, 100,000 a year.
right.
Down to where we are, right? 100,000 a year, and all of a sudden you lose that job, and now you have to survive on 30,000 a year.
Yeah.
That is exactly Trump's mind, and
That's going to be his dilemma. You're right.
yeah,
Absolutely. But you made a very important point there. And the minute you said it, it resonated with me, and I feel you're right about the mindset. You know what I mean? But I feel he's going to take, like you said before, you always saw poverty. There is going to be a major financial hit. Well, he's free. He's going to lose. That's the other thing. I feel he's going to lose his freedom. Do you see that too?
I have done a remote view that I've seen handcuffs on him. I've also done a remote view where he was standing on the stage and he turns around and walks back off the back of the stage. It's almost like they get to the finish line with him to get him criminally charged and stuff like that. And something happens, like he leaves, he dies, or anything along those type of things.
I mean, it's very possible.
Yeah, yes. I mean, he like walks off the back of the stage, like, and he like waves, like, "Bye, I'm out of here." Right. And that has also been. It's like a running thing. Either the indictment comes before he leaves. Right. It's like a race like this that comes in as energy.
I feel it's an absolute possibility, because he has health issues that we're not aware of. And we know he has heart disease because of his diet. And I don't know about now, but even when he was in the White House, his diet wasn't good.
No, he was eating fried chicken and McDonald's and
Oh my God,
cheeseburgers, fried. That's been his diet, and Diet Coke or whatever. Whatever he does.
Right.
There's something that I also wanted to kind of circle back around to. Sure. Merrick Garland, when he said he has one of my favorite little sayings. Now, we practice law without fear or favor.
Yes.
And he wanted to make that very clear, that we're not afraid of the threats of the Trump supporters thinking they're going to terrorize this country just because we hold somebody accountable. He made it clear. He's like, no, we're not going to pull that. We're not going to not do that just because somebody says they're going to do this. We have an army. We will take care of you.
Yes. And I think that was a smart thing to do. And I was talking about that. I don't recall exactly. I don't feel Trump supporters are going to rise up or listen to him to do anything dumb, because they're watching what's unfolding right now with the other people who took a chance in doing this.
True.
Listening to him and go to the Capitol, cause havoc, and now they're paying the price for it.
Yes.
And others, there may be a couple of crazies that may try to attempt doing something stupid. They will be disposed of so brutally. Anyone else who would have, even think about doing something like that,
they will be quickly. And that is also something that we don't, as people on the other side, do not need to buy into their fear mongering either. And I am on the other side. Let's rip off the Band-Aid and get it over with.
Yep, I agree.
Let's just deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's coming, though.
Yes.
Because people are beginning to get tired of the threats. They want civil war. They want this. They want that. Until it starts. Until the first bullet, comes out.
Yes,
And
moisture-free, Marjorie Taylor Greene
oh Jesus,
looks
yeah,
crispy, she looks like straw. And she's like nationalist. She's now the Christian nationalist. Well, if we ever look back in our history, which she knows that her people are not going to. She knows that her people are just going to take her at face value and think this is a
yep,
great thing, instead of literally looking back into the history of that. This Christian nationalist is literally telling everybody we have to keep up with white nationalists.
yep. Well, she knows. And something else I feel she thinks, it's a good thing. I also feel she's doing it to get attention. It feels like to me a lot of things that she does, she's not intuitively. I don't feel she's very bright, because that's not, getting attention that way can come back to bite. And I feel she's going to have issues with the January 6th commission, because she took part in a meeting at the White House during the planning of this whole situation.
I
I
agree.
don't know exactly how it's going to come out, but I think she's going to have some issues. Somebody asked a question, and we were talking about it before, Sheila. Andre Musat, let me post it. Hello, how do you think the situation with Taiwan will unfold? Also with Ukraine. I really hope these months will be good. With the Taiwan issue, that's what we were talking about briefly a little while ago, Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you feel. I don't feel China is going to take a chance right now. Well, it all depends on Xi, because I don't feel when I focus on them, I don't feel they are ready. You know what I mean? Uh,
China will be
and I
cutting
would,
off their head in spite of their
yeah,
body. If
exactly.
they really take a big, huge chunk like that, China knows that America
Hmm.
has a huge financial hold on their country.
Right. Oh
I
yeah,
don't like it. I don't want it either, but that's the truth.
that's a
So
major worry to
China,
them.
yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple of cards on that with China.
Right.
And then you're going to explain to me the situation with Taiwan. I'm not sure I understand the whole situation with
No,
Taiwan.
Taiwan used to be one of their provinces or something, and during World War II, something happened. But anyway, they separated. Now they
Uh-huh.
want to reunite.
Okay.
They call it One China,
Okay.
because Nancy Pelosi is heading there, and they are pissed, and they are making all sorts of threats. Like we were saying before, their way of doing things, threats. We're going to use our nukes and stuff like that. I don't feel either that's a part of Xi's vocabulary. The nuke thing is not part of Xi's vocabulary, because he wants to win. Because you see, he's watching what's going on in Ukraine. Okay, he's afraid to do anything in Taiwan, because he knows we're going to support Taiwan.
Correct.
And intuitively, I feel they will lose. And
Yeah.
Ukraine, as he's asking about Ukraine. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, and we'll talk about Ukraine.
Well, no, I mean, he's literally juggling the finances and and getting the world trying to. I
Yeah.
mean, this guy has always wanted the world.
Yes.
These people have the biggest weakness they have, and this is a weakness for them, is
Right.
that they have a grandiose mind, and they want it all. And when you have a grandiose mind and you want the world to dominate the world, that is your weakness, because we now own you. Because it's now the inability for one person to do that has never come to fruition.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ever, 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 no matter how much. And he will be fighting the world if he does.
Yeah. But that's what's stopping him right now.
Yep.
Because he's afraid. He's watching how the world turned on Putin.
Yep.
Okay, because of what Putin is doing in Ukraine. And Putin is going to continue to suffer major losses, to answer Andrew's question going forward. Andre, if you're thinking about nukes, Putin is not going to use it. They don't want to die either. None of these people want to die. But I feel, I'm sorry?
I said, here's a thought with Putin and the nukes.
Yes.
The man can't even maintain his own army. Do you think he's been maintaining them nukes? Because you have to maintain nukes in order for them to work.
Yes.
or to even get them out of his own country. They may be nukes that are in his own country, but if he hasn't been maintaining them to get up and out of his country.
Corruption, too much
Yeah,
corruption.
he will destroy his own country if he does anything with them.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's exactly the reason he won't use them.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
And the other thing is, I feel Ukraine will push them back a pretty good amount.
yes.
I'm not saying they're going to be able to free every part of the country that Russia has taken over,
Yeah.
but I feel, something, what's going to cause, I've been saying this, but since Andre asked the question, it's going to take a number of different, like the mother. Oh, there is something about 100 mothers who have written to Putin asking about their sons.
Oh,
That's the beginning of a major issue. I've been talking about this for a while, Sheila.
good.
The mothers, the Russian soldiers no longer want to fight. They are demoralized. The
Yep.
generals are fighting among themselves.
Yes.
All those things together is going to choke Putin and his cadre, if you will, the people around him. That's
So
how Putin, I feel, is going to lose.
he has a grandiose mind. He has a grandiose
Mhm.
mind. So he would never acknowledge the empathy for any of these letters. We all know
Okay.
that. Putin has
Yeah.
he has no ability to come down and empathize with that.
But
So-
he's afraid of
Correct.
those people, the
Other
number to
people.
grow.
Correct.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's absolutely in fear of other people empathizing with.
Yes.
Yep. He's not capable, but he's really afraid of that. Yeah.
But you know what, Sheila? Every morning I wake up, you know what I think? He wakes up, how many people I'm going to kill today?
Yeah.
How many Ukrainians?
Yeah.
He doesn't care. You're right. But to answer Andre's question, I feel Ukraine is going to do very well. I don't feel Putin is going to be able to last another 6 months in theater. Too many things are going wrong. He's going to have to make a decision, and it's not going to be nukes. And as far as to answer your question about Taiwan, I hope if Biden doesn't want Pelosi to go, he's going to have to do some major convincing because she's going to go. And China will throw some tantrums, but I don't think they're going to dare attack us. Please, I'm sorry, I don't know if you.
No, I agree with you. I just saw somebody in there saying sound adjustment. Please explain sound adjustment.
They probably me?
I don't know. They said sound adjustment.
Who said that? Because I paused so I could answer some question.
I don't know. I was just
somebody says sound is good for both.
Okay.
So we'll go with that.
I wonder if Pelosi, she's going to go to Taiwan.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, but not now though. That's why you probably didn't hear about it. It's going to be somewhere like probably August, September.
Well, let me read on that and see if she actually gets there.
Oh, I'm glad Electra Storm says the sound is good.
Sound is
Somebody, Cheryl. Oh my! Somebody kept writing me about they can't get access to the chat. I think somebody's trying to, because if you click on a link, they can, drop some, a payload on your computer and then you're in trouble.
Right.
I think somebody's trying to do that to me.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Sheila's sound is loud and distorted. Let me see if I can turn it down.
No, she probably needs to lower her stuff. It's not you because I have you in my ear. I have you in my ear, and you're fine.
Am I fine? Okay,
Yeah.
I did turn it down a little bit to see.
Yeah. Oh, are they saying it's you?
Yeah, they said that my sound is loud and distorted.
Sometimes, well, it's not sometimes. What happens is, well, I'm not going to get into electronics, but explain distributed systems. But it can be in her area that's having an issue, and it's not us. You know what I mean? It's the YouTube systems to make the long thing short. It's a YouTube issue. It maybe not. I don't feel it's not us because everyone would get it the same way. Certain
Right.
areas, you know, will get it distorted. It's because of where they are, and it may be her system as well. So, to make a long
Some
story
people
short,
are
like, go
saying
ahead.
sound is fine. Some people are not.
Yeah, whenever you get that, it's a YouTube issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. I had to explain it so that we keep going. Oh my God, somebody posted something interesting here, Sheila. Let me post it.
She is too
I
loud.
worked in Russia. Ian McGrath said, I worked in Russia, and Ukrainians are very much like the Scots. They are proud and they will not give up. They will fight to the end. P.S. Anyone that finds it loud should turn their volume down. Yeah, that's it.
Well,
Maybe the
is this
volume
better?
was too
Because I've
high.
turned it down.
It's not you, but it's you still you sound great. I'm telling you, because if there was a problem, you're right in my ear.
Yeah, I hear you just fine too. So that's
Yeah,
weird. Hang on a
but
second. Let me see if I can.
that's interesting. Ian McGrath worked in Russia. Oh my God, we have some amazing people in the chat. But I agree with Ian, and that's what I feel is gonna has been working for Ukraine, and I have never seen braver people, because the way those guys fight, Sheila. Oh my God, it's like, I know we go to a better place, but still, the way they face, they have no fear of dying or anything. They just go for it. I
Well,
guess that's the way you have to be when you are fighting with Russia. I'm sorry, go ahead.
well, I think attitude reflects leadership in
Yes,
Ukraine.
true.
Their leader literally showed them. I mean, just in a short few sentence, he says to President Biden, I don't need to be. I don't need to be. How did he put it? He goes, I don't need to be picked up, or I don't need to be removed. We need ammunition. You know what I mean? He,
Yes, we
I
don't need a
forget exactly
ride.
what he
We
said.
don't need a ride.
I don't need a ride. I need
Yes,
ammunition.
yes, something like that. Oh my
Set the
God.
tone for his people.
Yes. And you know something? The
Attitude
same
reflects
problem.
leadership.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I
Okay.
apologize. But I hope people don't mind, because it's a discussion and we're having fun, friends. You know what is the same thing is going to happen to Xi, is happening to Putin, the lies, and is happening to Trump right now. Because if you notice, the reason what's killing Trump right now is more emphasis is being put on how much he lies. And this morning there was a discussion on CNN that this guy, which is true, he lies about everything. You know what I mean? And I've been saying that for a long time. I feel uh, that we were discussing that issue before with Russia and well, I should say Putin and Xi. They want, like you said, they want to take over the world. They want to control the world, and also they want to come up with something to replace the dollar as the international. What's the right word? Well, money. Let's put it that way. So because I don't want to waste time, but that's what's going to kill that. Please let me know how you feel. Is the lie and also the corruption in those countries. Please let me know how you feel about this. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, are you talking about the corruption in where do you want
China and
in,
Russia.
in Russia?
Yes, and it has to do with, because remember, I don't know if you heard about that. They are trying to replace the dollar as the international, money, the dominant,
Yeah.
currency. There you go. That's the word that is used. Okay, they want to use their currency. So now they are trying to create their own system to get us out of our leadership in the world.
They
So,
can
but
want all
I
they
feel,
want, but they will
I'm
never
sorry.
they can want all they want, but they are never going to eliminate the dollar.
I think you're right.
They can't get
And I
millions of
feel,
people to be on board with that.
and I feel it's because of those two things:
Yeah.
lying and the corruption they have in their country. And you know what? I did not realize that. I don't know if you knew about it, Sheila, how much corruption there is in China.
Oh, I believe that there's tons of corruption in China. Um, they
I
have
didn't
been
know.
lobbying to be the biggest and the baddest in the whole world for a very long time. And the thing about that is you have to have a mastermind of manipulation in order to actually, it's like a facade.
Yes.
It's like going into the Western towns back in the day where they had a facade of an upper level
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
make the town look bigger and badder and more prosperous. That's what they're doing. And that's the thing is when a big wind blows by,
That's it.
someone gets pushed back, their facade is going to fall. So it's like being worried about something that's really air
Yep.
for them. They're not. It's not a true power.
Exactly. You know, and you are right. That's what just happened to Russia.
Correct. We've always like Russia is such huge power, this, that, and the other, and all of a sudden now we're watching his army just fall apart. I'm like, oh
my
there's nothing to
God.
worry about.
Exactly.
There's
It
never been
really.
anything. Yeah.
Oh, sheesh. It's like,
It was a facade.
it's to me, it's embarrassing. And you know what? They continue to lie and change their mind about why they attack Ukraine too, every day.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. As I'm talking to you, I keep hearing of a name that starts with the letter V. I would not be surprised if the person who does. I don't know if there is somebody around Putin. If I'm sure, we have people here who know Russia very well, but I can't pronounce the name. I would not be surprised if there is somebody the name starts with the letter V, who either does Putin in or one of the people who do him in.
Well, let's read some cards about the V. Let's see what's going on with that.
Because I've always felt that he's not going to last. And I've been saying this before I even came on YouTube. I'm surprised he's still around.
Me too. I there's some sort of, that's also a facade in his health as well. Doctors can only prop him up for so long.
Yeah. Well, that one, since it's not out, yes, I feel he has some issues as well. But I don't feel that those issues are going to take him out now. But it feels like to me that V and company will probably step up and take him out. You know what I mean? Before anything else.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know what the person with the V is, but it's definitely somebody who is, this is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a betrayal. So there is a betrayal going on, and that person with the betrayal has the Ace of Wands, the tools in order to do it. And it's somebody who is extremely rich because it's a King of Pentacles. So whoever this person is has tons of money around Putin. So these are the three cards that literally come out after you were just talking about somebody with maybe the word V or something.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Somebody around him. So there is a potential, like I said, it's like an energy race with me sometimes. He's either going to die, somebody's going to take him out. It's an energy race, and you really don't know exactly which one's going to hit first.
Yeah, because it's like they're competing with one another.
Yeah, and that's how when we pick up energy on that is like somebody would pick up, maybe he's going to die. Somebody else picking up, maybe he's going to be taken out. And I always say like they're both right.
Either way,
doing this.
Either way, it's going to end up the same way. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whichever one hit first.
Exactly. Let me see if they have more questions. In the meantime, another thing I wanted to ask you how you feel about it. After I heard about DOJ investigating Trump, And I said something to that effect last week, I believe. I said that it's not a matter of when DOJ is going to indict Trump. It's what they're going to charge him with.
Oh gosh, I just literally had that dream or that thought when I was in bed just the other night thinking about
Okay.
plethora. It's like I don't want to forget. Somebody wants me to still read on Pelosi's
Oh, sure.
her trip, so don't let me forget that. But
Where
I
is it?
also had the exact same thing is they have so many avenues to go for, but they're going to have to narrow their scope. They're going to have to narrow their scope to possibly maybe 3 or 4 charges.
Oh, yeah.
And see, they're going to have to take the most powerful one, because what they don't want to do is get to this point and he gets away with it. So they have to narrow their scope. And what they usually do in the law is we'll charge you with this, but if you don't whatever, we're going to throw all of it to you. That's their bargaining chip sometimes.
You have a point there. But the thing is, right now, Trump world turmoil doesn't even describe it, because although he had an inkling that he was under investigation, but he thought by threatening to run and all those things that would keep Garden at bay. And Garden made a statement last night about whether Trump runs for office or not, he's still
Yep.
going to pursue him.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Exactly. You were saying that earlier.
Yep. No fear or favor.
Right.
No fear.
Yes.
Or
But
favor.
because I wasn't focusing on Trump at that time. Right now, so I don't remember what you said just now that made me focus on Trump.
Right.
That shocked him.
Yeah. Well, the one thing about, if Trump says that he's going to run for president in 2024, then he has to start being held accountable for his money that comes in. And he doesn't want to do that, because right now the money's going directly to his pocket.
Yeah.
And whoever else, I mean, they're paying Bannon's a lawyer off. They're paying, anybody else's that's there. That's what their money is. And of course, Trump is keeping a chunk for himself.
Absolutely.
And, all of that stuff. But so he doesn't want that. The longer he waits, the longer he doesn't have to be held accountable for the money.
Yeah.
However,
And something? People he doesn't want to talk, he pays their lawyers. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Yeah. I was just saying, yeah, I agree. He doesn't want to do that.
He's going to muzzle them. Somebody posted something here I find interesting, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be interested. I didn't read the whole thing, but I posted it anyway. The CEO of an AR-15 manufacturing company testified on Wednesday that mass shooting are pure evil, but he said that it was the future of assault rifles that really concerns him. I'm not quite sure.
I briefly.
I didn't hear that. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm sure the person is correct, but I don't know what he means. The CEO, I don't know what he means, but that it was the future of assault rifle style rifle. Wait a minute, it was the future of assault style rifles that really concerned him. What does that mean?
I didn't realize that it was the CEO of an AR-15 manufacturing company that was testifying. So I'm a little, I didn't know it was a CEO, but I remember briefly just scrolling through and watching somebody talk about that.
Okay.
Well, they were just talking about an AR-15 was built for military assault.
Yeah.
In an army. I mean, they were literally needing a gun that would eliminate them from far away, so that they didn't have to deal with it or shoot them 50 million times before, So I remember we would have to probably look a little bit more information about that before.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means. The future of assault rifle.
The future of assault rifles in
that belongs. It belongs to the military. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sheila.
Yeah, no, go.
That rifle belongs, to the military, not to civilians, But what I feel is at some point, our government is going to have to make a decision. take those things, find a way to get all those things back, buy them back, whatever it is. Somebody suggested they buy them back. They're going to have to do something because, and also the number of guns, like in Florida right now, I don't know about Colorado. Oh my God. Every day somebody shoots someone for no reason.
Yeah. No, Colorado has a lot, especially over in a little bobblehead Bobert's district.
Oh, she's in Colorado. Oh my God. I forgot about that.
But she doesn't have her restaurant anymore where her her waitresses were strapping.
You're kidding.
The landlord says, nope, we're not re-upping your lease. You're not who we want here.
Wow.
So she lost her restaurant.
I heard she lost it, but I didn't. Oh,
yeah.
I read it. I heard the landlord didn't want it there, but I wasn't sure. I didn't know why. So Vivian Symes. Oh, you said you wanted to answer somebody's question. I'm sorry, please.
I do. Let me read on Pelosi's.
Please, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then I will go to Vivian Symes' question.
Oh, you and I, like I said, there's two Geminis here. We can talk forever and ever.
Oh my God, yeah.
We are the communicators.
We talk over one another. It's like, okay.
Exactly. All right, Pelosi's trip.
Yes.
The High Priestess, King of Pentacles, power and discipline and juggling. Yeah. Okay, so if she does take it, she doesn't really know. If she does take it, it's going to be a really fast trip.
Okay.
The King of Pentacles, the money and the moon. So there's a little fear and a little apprehension going on.
Oh, yeah.
From the King of Pentacles, which is probably either her or the country's finances, but because they're juggling the money to get there. But the Magician does show up, so if she does get there, she's going to get in and out really quick, and she's going to be okay.
Right.
And she does have some sort of offering to offer the Taiwan. They don't. I don't know if they're going to take it or not, but she's offering an offering to them, but it also has some weight in gold in the offering because of the Ace of Wands shows up. Like, this is a huge tool for you. Would you take it? So,
absolutely.
But I don't know if they're going to take it. And it is money and manufacturing.
You are 100% correct.
Yeah.
So what she's bringing is security.
Yeah.
And the money is for weapons because Taiwan they're doing everything they can to be ready just in case whenever China decides to invade. Okay. But you are 100% correct. That's what I felt too. China would just, go somewhere and cry, and she, mostly, and his entourage, they just want to, like you said, they want to rule the world. Good luck.
That's their weakness.
Yeah, and also, like you said, they want to do it their way. Good luck with that too. It's not going to work because it's like this. She and Putin's behavior is tantamount to having, two neighbors. Okay, one is us. We treat our kids right. Everything is fine. We keep a clean house. Those guys, when you visit their homes, okay, it's you think it's clean until you pull the shades, and then they're beating their wives and their kids. Okay, and they expect the neighborhood to be. They have more friends in the neighborhood than the nice people. It's not going to work, So I wish they would see it that way. So simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
But they're not going to. That's the way. Every time I think about Xi and Putin and the way they are going about.
Let me read on their little. Yeah, let me read on their little.
Absolutely. Yes, please.
On their little relationship that they have. You see what they have. The lovers lane.
Exactly. The way they're trying to push us off stage so they can just take over. I don't.
Who's gonna say I love you first?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The fun we can have with these people.
Oh yeah.
All right, let me read on the relationship. What is literally going on with those two?
Oh, I didn't know that. Louis C. Love My Pup says Trump set up a cemetery at Bedminster Golf Course. Wow, in 2014. I didn't know that. Wonder what happened if he loses the course. Well, we know what's going to happen. That cemetery is going to go someplace else.
Right?
I'm
There's something
surprisingly.
there's something
I'm sorry.
really
Go ahead.
weird going on with this relationship. I don't think
Okay.
this is exactly what we literally think it is,
Mm-hmm.
but there is a personality clash and there is a little bit of fighting. So, in the Ace of Cups, like their emotions are in the way
Yep.
right now between them. This is really weird. I didn't really think that this was going to come up like this, but
Right.
Putin wants this, she wants that, and they're not on the same page just yet.
Exactly.
Because whatever they're cooping or whatever they're planning, whatever it is, it's going to die in a hurry.
Yep.
Because I got the Death and the Chariot. So
Oh,
whatever,
I agree with you. Yeah.
they cannot get on the same page. And here's the one thing is self-imposed, which is probably Putin,
Uh-huh.
and she doesn't have the money. There's some sort of poverty
You're right there too.
thinking that's going on with them too.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're getting anywhere at this point in time. I don't think, the Two of Swords, the making the decisions, there's two decisions to be made. There's, the teamwork, the delusion is coming up. I'm telling you, they can meet all they want, and they have years and years before they can get on the same page.
They are not on the same page. First of all, Putin, she doesn't trust Putin, and Putin doesn't trust she. That's the way I get it. You know what I mean? The other thing is, Putin was like Mr. Big Shot. He went to she, I can do this, I can do that, thinking that he was going to be able to take over Ukraine. That didn't happen. And she's eyes and people around she, and to whatever I feel, when I focus on she, they think he's a failure. And now she has those ideas as well, similar to Putin wanting to take over. Putin it's an ego thing. You mention ego, right? Did you mention ego? I'm sorry.
Ego?
Yeah.
I
Putin
didn't mention ego,
trip.
but that's a good point that you're bringing up, that it is definitely ego.
Putin is on an ego trip because he's angry. We are helping Ukraine, and he's getting his behind kicked.
To him. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now he thinks that he can convince she again.
Yeah.
To get together. Okay, because he knows that's the one thing they have in common. I agree with you. It's just how do we get America off the stage? And we take and then after that, well, Putin has a huge ego too. He's going to want to be boss, and she wants to be boss as well. Mm-hmm. So that's a major conflict, like you said. But I agree with everything that you said. And that money thing, China's economy is shrinking now because of the way his approach to handling the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the billions of people and corruption that they have going on. Okay, I don't know if you heard about the bank that failed. I'm sure there are quite a few of them that are failing because they said to their customers that they were insured by the state, and that wasn't true. And the people that were in charge of the bank owners, you know what they did? They took the money and buy mansions in Europe. So, can you imagine? And that's why I was telling you before, regardless, people are not going to trust Russia and China because of the corruption.
Yeah.
I mean, you think you're gonna let them control your money?
No. I agree. I completely agree with that for sure. Somebody else had a question in here. Let's see.
Yes. I don't see them. Please tell me who, and I'll look for it and I'll post it. That's one good thing I like about StreamYard.
Oh, somebody had the question talking about why Trump buried Ivana in his golf course.
Well,
I didn't realize he had a cemetery there too.
I didn't know that. That I didn't know. I'm surprised, and it's in New Jersey. I didn't know they could do that in Jersey.
I didn't know you could do that without having. Yeah, I didn't know that you could bury somebody without it being a legal burial spot. Maybe you
I
can.
didn't know that either. When in fact, it was in the news, but it didn't register because I'm sorry, Ivana has not done nothing wrong to me, but anyone who relates to Trump, I have no time for them. No, I really dislike these people,
Oh
and it's
wait,
because of what he's done.
somebody says
Yes.
that Trump set up a cemetery at Bedminster Golf Course in 2014.
Yeah.
Wonder what happens if he loses the course. So
Well,
he
they lose
actually
the cost.
had
They're going
that
to remove
spot
that stuff. It's going to be
legalized.
gone. They're going to remove it. They're going to
Yeah.
remove the cemetery. That I can tell you. In fact, I'm even shocked in New Jersey they let him do it.
Well, he
Then
could have
somebody,
gotten
I'm sorry.
legal. Yeah,
I'm
he could
sorry.
have gotten. Yeah, he could have gotten. He could
Oh,
have
he's
gotten.
got permits.
Yeah.
Oh no, he wouldn't be able to do that. New Jersey, oh boy, they are pretty strict. They don't play over there. But I'm just surprised he was able to. They allowed him to have a cemetery in there because I mean maybe it's because I wasn't part of that upper money class,
Yeah.
But I never thought they would allow somebody to do that. But I guess when you have that much money, you can do anything you want. Somebody asked a question saying, Timberlili Niwaldi is asking, do the five, do the five. I don't know what the five is. Oh, what is the five? Is that five cards? But she's asking, will Grant leave Ukraine? Intuitively, for me, I've been saying this for a couple of days, so I'll answer really quick and I'll let Sheila do the cards. Yes.
Will
You know,
Russia leave Ukraine? Is that
let Ukraine ship the grain because, it has a major impact on the world food system. I feel like saying yes
yeah? I think
because,
they've
they
already
reached a
done
deal
that.
with Turkey. Remember?
Yeah, I think they already
Yeah.
did that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, they're going to work something out. I don't know exactly, but grain is going to be shipped out. Whether Russia likes it or not, he can try to play. The thing is, what's going to happen, I feel, Sheila, over time, that's another thing that I feel is coming. He's going to realize that some of the things, his shenanigans, are futile. They're not helping him. I don't know if you heard this, but he changed his mind again. Now they want to remove Zelensky. Every week they want something different. The reason why they invaded, Ukraine is because they wanted to remove the Nazis
Yes.
and a whole bunch of series of lies, and now they want to remove Zelensky. Every week is a different thing.
Yeah.
So, but at some point, he's going to realize his ignorance and stupidity and shenanigans are not, are futile, and then his military, I feel, is close to not wanting to fight anymore. Now we're hearing grumbling coming out, but it's going to get worse. Intuitively, that's what I feel. But I don't know, how you feel about it, Sheila.
Well, I've been trying to keep tabs on the Russia-Ukraine thing for quite some time, and I have come to a conclusion with my own cards and my own things on my channel that September, October, and it's going to be the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So something happens in September that really just creates an ending. Now that's hard. That's a hard thing to, say out loud as a psychic. To
No,
like
but that's what you get. That's what you get.
that's what I have been getting
You
with
know what
my
I mean?
cards. If anybody wants to go back and watch, I did a 6-month spread,
Okay.
and each person that I did a 6-month spread on, September was absolutely
Key.
horrendous.
I
And
wouldn't be
that was
surprised.
also my prediction, was that something was going to happen to Putin or Ukraine. The Ukraine is going to end in September. So,
You know what? The way you're going to be proven right, even if it's not exactly September, but it's going to be around September. And what you're saying, I feel. Remember before I was saying how all those things were going to, they're coming around his neck to choke him. All these things right now are bubbling to the surface. We're hearing about them in the news. He's losing a whole bunch of people. Okay, these soldiers are getting killed. He's oh my God. Well, his provisions and stuff like that he has to bring to support the troop. I can't remember the technical name right now. Are getting decimated. no ammunition. They don't have weapons and all kind of stuff. Okay. I mean, I can go on naming a whole bunch of stuff. The way things are going right now, that's the point I'm trying to make. You are correct. I would not be surprised if he crumbles around September or so.
Well, I did do another one. I had like August, September, October, and November, right?
Okay.
And so September is the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. These are just horrible cards for August. Like the fighting, the deceit, the betrayal. August is not gonna look good for them. But
I'm not surprised.
For September, I get Walking Away and Hangman for September. Again, I get Walking Away and Hangman for September.
The walking away okay, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. I got it.
Walking away, Hangman, ending for the war in Ukraine. I also have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Swords. That means once the war is completely, like, they get out of there, people around the country and the world are going to send them money to help them rebuild.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely.
The King of Wands, who has always represented Zelensky for me, is the Page of Wands, the discovery in the new. So, again, September looks horrendous. Ending for Russia.
I feel you are correct, because I've been listening to, like, The Sun, the newspaper, the English newspaper. There is a young gentleman on YouTube. He creates audio recordings of soldiers calling their parents in Russia, then Ukraine, fighting in Ukraine. This is not good. And a couple of newspapers that I've read, other things like Newsweek had a couple of articles this week about how things are going in theater in Ukraine. I think you're going to be right.
Yeah, okay. I think Putin is at the end of his watermark with his army.
Exactly. That he's been decimated.
He's at the highest that he's the best that he's going to ever achieve with his army, and it's going to start depleting.
Exactly. Well, right now, from what I understand, according to the newspapers, and I'm not surprised, they cannot put together an offensive.
Right.
Because all the platoons, divisions, and however they want to call it, they've lost so many people. From what I understand, it's difficult to merge. You know what I mean? Two different platoons together or two different divisions.
Yeah.
It's very hard. So that's the problem they are having over there right now. And like I said a little earlier, they lack weapons. The supply chain has been disrupted. Okay. And Ukraine has decimated all their depots, weapon depots, ammo depots, all those things.
Yes.
They're suffering tremendous losses over there. So I feel you're going to be right. Let me see. Jikanta Thomas is saying, I knew it. I don't know if this is a question. Okay,
this child thing will be the thing that brings all this down.
With child. I didn't see it.
Well, it's there's one saying in there that says, I knew it. This child thing will bring this thing down. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. It's probably, I don't know what that is.
Do you see Matt Gaetz getting his karma?
Oh, yeah.
I think, did you watch how he just literally says, out there he was talking and he's just trashing women like crazy, like all of these anti-abortions, that are women
God.
out there,
and
but we're not going to get pregnant anyway. I'm like, oh, Matt, we have
arrogance.
You. How did you?
And the guy that Pence's chief of staff, because Matt Gaetz said during some kind of something they were having, I know Trump was there too, somewhere, and he said Pence is not a leader. Oh my God, he got slapped down so bad.
He did. I watched it too.
Oh, you watched that? Okay.
Yeah, he goes, I don't think he's going to be doing anything in 2024 either, except for going to prison.
Yes.
I was like,
Oh boy. You know,
yep.
unbelievable. Somebody asked a question here. 1 second. Yes, Nanette Hardy says the Russian soldiers are hurting themselves to go home. Yeah, they've been doing that for a while, but
Yep.
now it's coming out more and more and more. Yep, that's what's going to prove Sheila right. Too many of those incidences, and I mean,
Yeah,
they
they're
just
just
don't want to
trying to
fight
call
anymore.
home.
Yeah, yeah.
But let me read on Matt Gates real quick with everybody.
Yes, go ahead. And in the meantime, I'll answer this question while
Yeah.
you shuffle. Dwight Landgren is asking, do you see Russia sabotage the International Space Station before they leave in 2023? I don't think so, because it feels like to me there is a financial issue here as well. That's what the problem is. They don't know where they're going to be next year, so they have to save money. They have to do a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't think they will do it.
That would be in Russia's best interest, because that is a collaboration they do not want to sever.
Exactly. You know, that's the right answer. Exactly.
Well, there's 3 of Pentacles. That means the craftsmanship of the other team and judgment for Mr. Matt Gates. Let's see. Let's go on. Canceled events. This is really nice because this came out inverted, the 4 of Wands, which is clouded joy, canceled events, celebrating without fanfare, only, problems with property. So he's have some problems. The
He's gonna have
success
some
and
problem.
happiness.
I agree.
Yeah. So it does look like we are going to, he's be looking for assistance, looking for a lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Emotionally insecure. Oh, I gotta stop. It's so enjoyment about his problems.
Did you hear about Cawthorn?
Cawthorn?
This guy spent money he raised to run for office.
Oh yeah,
and now he's in big trouble.
Yeah, he's in big trouble for number one. He's abused his money like they all do. Every single one of them in the Republican Party, especially, abuse their monies that they get for donations.
Exactly.
Cawthorn went a step forward.
Oh yeah.
He lost his primary, but then he started spending the one who won. He started spending his money. I mean, that's good.
Those people, they are winners. Okay, Sheila. Unfortunately, that's why I came on a little early. We're gonna have to wrap because I have to talk to somebody in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
In any event, I want to say thank you. It was fun. I hope you come back.
Yes.
And I hope everyone in the audience loved the chat. So I want to say thank you to the chat managers as well. And please, people, let us know how you feel. I will see you all tomorrow. Please say bye to Sheila.
Bye, everyone.
And we'll be seeing you soon.
Yes.
Thank you, Sheila, for spending time with us and for collaborating with me. I really appreciate it. Don't go away yet. Bye, everyone. I will talk to you. I will see you tomorrow, same time. Till then, bye.
Bye.